the lowest since 32 million BPD in February. The drop of almost 91,000 BPD, according to direct communication to OPEC, underscores the difficulties the Nigerian oil market faces, such as limited infrastructure, security breaches in oil-producing areas, and operational hiccups. Experts said large-scale oil theft from pipelines and wells has been one of President Bola Tinubu's biggest challenges in recent years, damping governance, finance, and limiting the country's output and export. Now, according to the country manager, trade grade and energy analyst Jid Pratt, there is the need for Nigeria to learn from Gabon, Sudan, and Kuwait to help increase production. Now, on the international front, the president of Italy, Sergio Mattarella, has lauded the collaboration between the Italian Navy and their Ghanaian counterpart in the collective effort to fight piracy in the Gulf of Guinea. He commended the efforts by the two countries, as well as other countries, to make the sea a conducive place for maritime business to thrive. The Italian president made this known when he visited the Italian Navy ship Commandant Bitaka at the port of Tema as part of his 3-day working visit to Ghana. He commended the Ghanaian Navy for welcoming the Italian Navy vessels for the common goal of security and freedom for maritime transport and communication. According to him, this operation is extremely important to ensure a peaceful coexistence, also to include and support the freedom of sea through the freedom of navigation. On his part, Defense Minister Dominic Nitiwo thanked the Italian president for the visit, adding that the 3 months that the Italian Navy will spend in the country will benefit the country along the Gulf of Guinea. And finally, President Joe Biden has vowed that the U.S. will defend the Philippines from any attack in the South China Sea, calling its support for Manila ironclad. Now, Mr. Biden comment that came amid regular skirmishes and rising tensions between China and Philippine Coast Guard vessels in the disputed waterways. The U.S. and Philippines have had a mutual defense treaty in place since 1951. China has repeatedly blamed the U.S. for raising tensions in the region. Speaking at the start of a 3-way talk at the White House with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Mr. Biden said that any attack on Philippines aircraft, vessels, or armed forces in the South China Sea would invoke our mutual defense treaty. Mr. Marcos' visit to the Washington, D.C. comes several days after his country accused the Chinese vessel of highly dangerous maneuvers near the second Thomas Shoal, a disputed maritime region near the Spratly Islands. The incident is one of several in which Chinese ships have been accused of harassment in the area, which has included firing water cannons and ramming Philippine ships. While the 3 leaders did not specify China by name, Mr. Marcos said that they share an unwavering commitment to the rules based on international order. China, for its part, has repeatedly shrugged off criticisms of its actions in the South China Sea and blamed the U.S. for inflaming tensions in the Indo-Pacific. According to the White House, the Japan's foreign ministry, the 3 countries plan to advance trilateral defense cooperation, including through joint naval exercises. The trilateral meeting comes one day after Mr. Biden and Mr. Kishida announced a raft of agreement between the US and Japan focused in large part on strengthening defense ties in the face of a potential threat from China. On this note, we wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. You can always contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. For more Maritime and Port News, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube at Nanesi Boateng. My name is Nanesi Boateng. My producer, Kwekwa Boache. Have a great day.
Seven range of products.